Welcome on into Wakanda and the N1MD podcast with your host, King T'Challa and Brian Sherrod.
What is going on, Hurt?
The music is what's going on
here
in Wakanda.
Well, how was Halloween, man? The one day where it's actually acceptable to wear a mask.
You mean between the whole United States? It's probably pretty good.
Yeah.
We actually had a bunch of kids come around the house.
That's good.
So we had I've seen a lot of inventive ways that people were giving out candy.
Okay.
People were giving out candy through like chutes from the house.
Oh,
like
really?
It would just be like a trail, and the candy would just kind of spit out at the bottom. People had it sanitized ahead of time. We put ours into some baggies, which I know that it messed up the variety, but try to keep everybody safe. So, but yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Of course, had the daughter and the grandson had costumes. So, and it's hard to breathe in this thing. So yeah. Oh my God. Hello, everybody. Kevin Hurt here. Let's take this whole thing off. And let me tell you.
Well, I guess I made a miscalculation because I had candy. I didn't have anything. I didn't have any like pre-planned social distancing.
Yeah,
kids, I just assume kids want to come up to the doors and.
Yeah, I know a lot of kids. I know because my daughter walked around. Everybody had their candy out. Usually in my community, it's a whole big thing. Parents go out. Some parents just go out and walk around seeing other parents because everybody knows each other. Sometimes the parents are drinking, kids are trick-or-treating. Everybody's just one big fun thing, and especially this year it being on a Saturday. But of course, COVID.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, everything was like outside. People weren't coming knocking on doors, and it was less houses to go to, So, I mean, it still came back with a good amount of soon-to-be disinfected candy.
No.
But it was. Of course, everything's different this year.
Well, hey, if you need some extra candy, I have a whole bowl.
I'm sure.
Then again, I had it out, and then as I kept walking by, I kept noticing it was decreasing and decreasing. So, yeah, I guess my kids are going to take care of that.
Listen, I was like, we ain't going outside. We're going to get some from here.
Yeah, so.
It is what it is. So, all right, man. N1MD podcast here. Before I knock my water over. Thank you, everybody. Of course, we're here on StreamYard. We are live on location.
Yeah, man. How was that extra hour of sleep, man?
It's great. You see, look at me.
I know.
I'm never, ever like this. I woke up early. That's why I text you, like, you okay? I'm thinking, are you asleep? Like, I'm sitting here, like, jazzed up for no reason. I'm shocked for myself that I'm up like this, to be honest with you. I don't know what's going on. But I woke up, and like you said you woke up around 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got up around that time. I think it was like 5:30. And I was like, my alarm didn't go off. And I saw a little hint of light, a little hint. I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, I was so confused when it was like 6:30 and it was light. I'm like, huh?
So, yeah. But as we know now, at 3:30 it's going to be dark. So,
yeah.
There we remember that. But, but everybody for tuning in live here. Please hit like on YouTube, N1MD Podcast. We're also on Facebook, IG, and the Twitter. And of course, we're on Spotify, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio. Wherever you find podcasts, you will find N1MD Podcast. So let's start right off with your favorite sport, my favorite sport, the World Series. And a long-awaited 32 years in the making, your Los Angeles Dodgers are the World Series champs.
Wow. Yeah, man. Like City of Champions, LA, man. I don't want to say COVID's been kind to them, but this COVID season has been definitely kind to those cities, man. First LeBron bringing the championship home, and now the Dodgers, like you said, after long last. And I can tell you this much. This is the first World Series that I've watched in a long time, where I've actually watched pretty much the entire series.
Wow,
It was
really?
good. Yeah,
It was a good series, yes.
Yeah, it was good, man. I know you were kind of upset. Well, not just you, but Game 6. Blake,
Yeah, the majority of people.
yeah, Blake Snell is dealing, and for
That
what
dude was dealing like he was like Kenny Rogers. And I'm not talking about the pitcher for Texas. I'm talking about like the gambler.
the gambler. That was
Okay.
pretty good. That's pretty good, Hurt. I like that.
That dude was he was filthy.
Yeah.
He was filthy, but go ahead.
No, but like we talked about, yeah, he should not have been taken out. But my thing is, and I will still go to this, I was shocked to see that Game 6 was a game of bullpen relievers. There were like 5 or 6 relievers in that game.
For the Dodgers.
For the Dodgers.
Yeah.
They started nothing but relievers, and the Rays could only get 1 run, which I believe was a leadoff home run. After that, donut.
Yeah,
so I blame their offense for not being able to score runs on the Dodgers bullpen.
As a team who has an ace, who until recently never got run support, I understand this predicament all too well. The one thing that the Mets, even though DeGrom didn't have the most amount of wins, the one things we didn't do when we weren't scoring that many runs for him and he was dealing, we didn't take him out of the game.
And guess what? He still didn't win.
No, he won some.
Some.
He didn't. Yeah, he won some because we were just terrible. But we knew well, it's not like he gave up hardly anything. That's the whole thing. It's not like he gave up 5 runs because we kept him in there longer.
Right.
He would usually lose it because of the bullpen would come in and lose the game. So that's the whole thing too. The whole thing is I have an ace. This is like I said, if this was any other pitcher, if this was DeGrom, if this was Pedro, if this was any person who's been dealing, they're not coming out in the 6th inning after giving up only 2 hits.
Yeah, I mean that was dumb. I mean
and not to mention, they're like, well, his ERA goes up. You know who else's ERA goes up as the game goes along? Their bullpens. And not only that, the guy who he put in there was struggling the whole World Series. So then you're taking out a guy, and this is America. NYMD podcast fan. This is the 6th inning of the World Series of your elimination game. You have to win or you go home and you're losing the World Series. Blake Snell has given up 2, not 1, 2 hits. Not only when that second hit happened, the second happened in the 6th inning. Not like it happened early. It happened just in the 6th inning. The next 3 guys he was facing were 0-6. Guess how many strikeouts they had? 6. They were 0-6. The next 3 guys, and they had 6 strikeouts. But you take him out the game. And his name is Kevin, which just makes me even more furious than I would normally do because we're smarter than that. And he takes him out, puts in a reliever. Next dude, double. Right away. Automatically, I'm looking at him. I would probably have jumped him in the dugout. How do you, this dude gave up 2? This is game 6 of the World Series. This is a game in the regular season where you're saving his arm.
Excuse me, Hurt. They were not going to win that game 1-0. I keep telling you this, but it's not the Blake Snell. It's not the fact that he was taking out. It was the fact that they didn't score any runs.
Were they winning when he was gone or not? Or no?
Yes, they were winning 1-0.
Why were they winning 1-0?
Because of Snell.
So you don't take out the person who's keeping that advantage for you.
Dude, I agree. But you have to put more
I can't
on the offense that scored no runs on bullpen.
That's not my problem. I have to manage the game as what's going on right now.
I understand that, Hurt.
That's the whole thing. So if I'm managing the game, I'm not looking at numbers. There's something, as you know, as you feel the course of the game, right? What are you feeling? You don't go by analytics. You don't want to. Sometimes you just feel things.
Yeah, you got to go with your gut.
You go with your gut.
That's your best indicator, and that's in life. That's in anything.
In anything. And my gut told me, and I'm not a manager. Blake Snell. When I saw him walking out there, I'm thinking like he's gonna give him a pep talk or whatever. I'm like, they're taking him out, dude. I almost was like that Cowboys fan who broke the television after they lost to the Cardinals and shot it 4 times.
Oh man,
But that's how I felt. I'm not even a Rays fan. That's just dumb to me. Okay. I'm not saying they're going to win, lose. I don't know, but I know I took out the best thing going for me right now. Brian, come on. How are you going to take the best thing going forward?
I agree with you. You're preaching to the choir here, man.
I mean, I'm not saying it again. The offense, I can't. The thing is, and when I'm making that decision, I can't. I don't know if we're going to score any more runs. I get that. But I know this person who's pitching is dealing right now. He's actually my ace too. It's not like he's the 5th guy in the lineup.
Yeah, that's the problem with baseball today. Everybody's scared. Nobody wants to have pitchers go more than 7 innings and 100 pitches. So
series. He wasn't even at 100. He was at 70.
He's at 73 pitches.
He was at 73 pitches. So it's not like he's struggling to get these dudes out.
No.
Their top 3 hitters were 0-6 with 6 strikeouts.
You know what the crazy thing is?
He's taking them out.
Yeah, no. It's like if he left him in, it's funny. The inning could have been over on the next pitch. It could have been a double play. It could have been, you know what I mean? Like,
or he could have struck out the other 2 guys like he did the first 2 times he faced. Those dudes were nowhere near his stuff.
No, Mookie was, you know, that's my man, but he was
struggling against Snell, right?
Yeah, he couldn't do anything.
What happened when that next guy came in? Mookie was 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. Then reliever comes in. What happened?
Mookie hit a double. That's all.
He hit a double. He was 0 for 2 and 2 Ks. Snell leaves. Next dude who he hasn't seen yet, mind you. It's not like he had to sit there and see. I mean, he saw him warm up, maybe. A double. Very next thing, man.
And speaking of Mookie, I'm so glad he got a championship. I'm so glad he got a championship because
I got 2.
I wasn't finished.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was just my bad. I'm still upset.
Yeah, I can tell. I was going to say I just love the fact that he got this championship, because the Red Sox, to me, that was still. How do you trade this guy? You know what I mean? Like, you're the Red Sox. You can afford this guy. Like, how do you trade this dude? You know what I mean? It's just wrong. This dude got you a championship. You know what I'm saying? He got you a World Series, and he's done is put up numbers. He's been a model citizen, and you're just going to trade. You're going to trade him because you don't want to pay him Mookie Betts. Like, that's just dumb. So, I'm so glad they got the championship because kind of rub it in their faces. And the Red Sox were the worst team and freaking.
No, they were terrible.
No, the Red Sox, I think, still were the worst team in the American League East. So
yeah, they weren't. They were below you guys.
Right, nice move, Red Sox. So anyway,
yeah. Some say he's the best player in California. I mean, I'm not saying that.
Oh no, we're gonna get to that, buddy.
Oh,
okay. Real quick though, Justin Turner, man, there was outrage over Justin Turner celebrating with the team.
Well, people don't know the few guys in. This is how it happened in real time. So top of the 8th inning or something, we just see a new third baseman. I'm like, where's Justin Turner? He's not in the game. So they get wind up in the broadcast booth that he tested positive for COVID. Now, I don't know if they did in between inning tests for COVID because.
Well, that's what the 7th inning stretch is for.
It's just the whole. Oh, that's true. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd.
Take me out of the ball.
Buy me some COVID test and Cracker Jacks. I'd hopefully come back negative for his. So this dude tests positive for COVID, in the 8th inning of the World Series. So they have to take him out.
Ridiculous.
So they take him out of the game. Mind you, he's been playing the whole game.
Right.
Take him out of the game in the 8th inning. He's in the dugout. Or back behind the dugout. Not out of the stadium or out of the world or out of Texas. He's just back behind the dugout as the World Series going on. And of course, at 9 innings, the game's over. Clayton Kershaw, the most relieved person in the history of life. Everybody comes out, and Justin Turner comes out. And we have, what is he doing out there? He wasn't wearing a mask half the time. He's running around, hugging people. Dave Roberts is hugging him, and congrats to Dave Roberts, second African-American manager to win a World Series. Kudos to him. At first, him being a former Met, I just was mad at him.
Memorial.
He's a former Met. Yeah, nobody cares about that.
Hey, we drafted him.
Plus, he got that orange beard. So it's like he's not only is he orange, he would have fit in both our uniforms.
Yeah.
But he's a Dodger. Of course, you know I wasn't rooting for the Dodgers. So I was just kind of like, why is he out there jeopardizing his teammates? But why was he out there at all? How do you test positive in the 8th inning? Who knew of these supposed circumstances in the first place?
My question is, what difference does it make to pull this man in the 8th inning? He's been on the field. He's been with his teammates the entire game. Now let's pull him. What?
You have to pull him, and we're going to take him and put him behind the dugout.
But you can't pull this guy out in the middle of a game. That's
what they did.
That's a competitive disadvantage, and you cannot.
He was sucking that game. Luckily, but
still.
But think about it though. Think about they pulled him, and something happened, and they hit it down third base, and the third baseman made an error. Like, just imagine, if that happened.
You can't. Look, if I test negative before the game, if I don't know ahead of time, you can't pull this man from a game, man. Like, this is just so wrong on so many levels, man. Major League Baseball is just awful,
and that's who I'm mad at. You go into this knowing that there's, maybe a false positive, or there may be an issue that he may have COVID. You don't know. Why is he even playing? Take him out. Take it out of the manager's hands and everybody else's. He shouldn't have even been in that game. I'm not even mad at him. I'm mad at baseball because to take someone out in the 8th inning in this kind of, again, I still, what blows my mind is that Blake Snell got pulled before him. That bothers me. Okay. But baseball knowing, because they administer these tests, that there could be a positive when it comes to him. And they're sitting here trying to confirm it. And you find out in the 8th, if you don't know, take him out as a precaution. I wouldn't leave that up to the manager. The manager's going to put his best 9 people out there. I'm not faulting him. And I'm not faulting his teammates having them come back out there because he played the whole freaking game. He was around everybody anyway. And you tell me, and then Major League Baseball, they were investigating because of how he got on the field. He was on the field the first 8 innings anyway. So what, did he get past security? Was security really holding him down? Get that.
And I don't blame him.
I'm not a Manfred dude, man. I'm not.
Yeah, screw Manfred. I don't like him. I don't like him. I think his leadership's been awful.
This is terrible. This is just terrible.
Right.
I
mean, it's because of him. Well, I shouldn't say only because of him, but that we only had a freaking 60-game season anyway. And let's talk about this. For the most part, baseball did a good job, right? They did a good job, man. We're handling this thing. They were able to get through a 60-game season. They only had outbreaks really on a couple of teams.
It was only NL teams, it seemed like.
Yeah. They went a lot of consecutive days with no positive tests. I mean, they did a good job. And it pisses me off even more because we could have had more games. You know what I mean? It's the whole thing was ridiculous. But whatever. Manfred, I don't like him. Justin Turner, I'm sorry, and you know me, Hurt. When it comes to this virus, I try to be safe as I. I am super conservative when it comes to this virus. Super,
and most people should be.
Right, but I'm saying I have no problem what he did because it was a once in a that you're never going to get that moment again. You expect this guy to just chill in the freaking clubhouse while everybody's out celebrating? Nah, man, I worked too hard. But I will say this: he should have been more responsible. He should have been wearing a mask. That now he should have been wearing a mask. No questions asked.
Yeah, he did, and then it was like down most of the time, especially when they took like group pictures.
Nah, screw that. That mask should have been on.
But guess what? He didn't have a mask the whole game that he played in.
I understand that, but right.
Yeah.
Which is pretty much what I'm saying. Like, but his mask should have been on.
Like he shouldn't even been in that game.
Right. But once you find out you're positive, like, dude, put your mask on. Like, put your mask on. Anyway, man. We'll see what goes on next year, man. Hopefully we'll get a full baseball season. Hopefully we'll get a minor league system, which to me is even more important.
Oh, definitely. Yep. But I mean, I'm excited because my owner, Steve Cohen, got confirmed by all the MLB owners. And of course the sale was $2.4 billion.
Wow.
And he takes over as sole owner from the Wilpons. Thank goodness. And man, we're ready for this. As Mets fans, we are ready for this new regime. We cannot listen. Having an owner who doesn't shop at Dollar Tree is going to be awesome. I cannot wait for this. I can't wait for this. I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. Just having someone who can compete financially with the Dodgers, with the Yankees, with all these teams that got all this money, and we could actually put up some dough, maybe get some free agents, and get DeGrom some help. And hopefully my Mets can take that next step because we've been close in the last 5 years. And just to have them, our optimism is high. Anything's better than a Wilpon. So I can't wait for baseball next season. I hope we get 162 in there. I'll take 160. I'll take 158. Anything over 60, I'll take at this point. I just want, some fans able to go back, hopefully, and I want as many baseball games as possible.
Yep.
So I can't wait. I'm excited. To have an owner that has money is just for a team in New York is just insane. Like, I don't even know what I feel. I don't know. I don't know how I feel. Hopefully I feel like this Tuesday, but we'll see.
All right.
But yeah. All right. What's next? What you got? By the way, so LeBron tweeted out because, one thing about LeBron, wherever city he's in, he's a homer for that city. So next he tweeted out, or maybe it was a Dodger. It could have been Mookie or somebody. Said, oh, they told the Rams that you're next to win a championship since, obviously we go on. And I was thinking, man, these poor LA Chargers. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I was just about to say the same thing. What?
I mean, I get it that the Rams have been in LA longer. They have a history there. The Chargers do not. Literally, this is their second year in LA. So, I mean, I get it. You know what I mean? But it's still kind of funny. But yeah, they're not gonna. As much as I think they're an improved team and they're going to do better this year, they're not winning the Super Bowl. But I mean, hey, they're better. They're a much better team. So I'm cool with that. But yeah, I thought that was hilarious. I was like, don't put anything on golf. That's too much. That's too much. Too much pressure on golf. Just take it easy. But I thought that was funny. As LeBron was taking his pictures with his Dodgers shorts on.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's hilarious. All right,
man. Let's go to
the NFL. Yep. Speaking of NFL, because we spent way too much time on Justin Turner. Man, last week some rivalry games happened, some cheap shots. No fights that happened from the cheap shots.
Wow.
A lot of crazy stuff happened last week. What is your major takeaway besides Cam Newton and
Well, I was just about to go there. That was going to be my major takeaway. Wow, is Cam done? Like, whoa, 33-6, man. They lost to San Fran, a team that has like half a team right now. You know what I mean? You got to give Kyle Shanahan credit, man. This is a great coaching job he's doing. He has lost so many players, so many important players, but they keep on rolling, man. I mean, they got trounced by the Dolphins, but they're on a 2-game winning streak right now. And
they're 4-3, I believe.
Yeah, everybody in the NFC West has a winning record, man. The best division in football. So
seems unlike some other divisions.
Yeah. What are some other things that happened last week? The Titans suck.
They lost one game.
Yeah, they suck.
Who did they play this week? Don't they have another important game?
Let me see. Who did they play this week?
I'm about to find out. Oh, Cincinnati. They play Cincinnati.
Yeah. Watch. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they lose that game. That's in Cincinnati, I believe.
Yeah, it's in Cincinnati. They're not. Yeah. No.
Hold. Wait. Well, we'll talk about it with our picks.
Yep. Yes, we will. Yes, we will.
Phillies, man. I mean the Phillies. The Eagles.
Phillies.
The Eagles, man. They want to take over your division, man.
Well, I mean, they usually do when it's bad. They are probably the strongest, weakest team, or the strongest team in the weakest division. But again, they do have a couple losses, and they have a couple losses, or at least one loss in the division, by a team which happens to be the Washington football team. So, as we all know, all those teams have a combined 7 wins.
And 19 or 20 losses and one tie.
One tie, yeah. So by virtue of that tie, the Eagles 2-4-1 are in first place, followed by the second place Washington football team. Wow. Then Dallas, then the Giants, whose one win was because Washington tried to go for 2 at the end of the game.
Man, that's right. I forgot about that.
So their one win came on a 2-point attempt try to win the game.
Well, let's talk about your division. Let's stay with your division.
No, hold
on. Let's talk about Dallas real quick because I picked them last week and my pick actually worked. Remember, I picked them. Remember, my whole goal was to pick them so that they would lose because that's the same thing that happened.
Gotcha.
But I didn't want to see what happened to my man Andy Dalton.
That was that. For you that don't know, Bostic linebacker for Washington,
former Steeler, by the way.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
He was sliding. I mean, literally going down to the ground, sliding when Bostic came in shoulder first and knocked him out. And not only was that dirty, but no one literally, unlike the Florida-Missouri game last night, where their quarterback was hit late and they started a full-out fight. Yeah. No one came to the Red Water Pistols defense.
Nah.
No one. Over there. Just went over there and just looked at him, basically. Yeah. There's no fighting. I mean, okay. We all know my bias against the team. I get it. That's there. But I, as a Washington football fan, know that hit was dirty. Someone should have tackled him and beat him up. Or at least tried to. Attempt to. Angry. I'm pulling your jersey, your face mask. I'm in your face. None of that happened.
Nope.
He was ejected from the game, but not one Dallas player went after this dude. And I was like, are you serious right now?
It was crazy. And I know exactly what you're talking about because a couple of years ago, Joe Flacco, Kiko Alonso, man, I still think it was a dirty shot. He was sliding, blasted Joe Flacco. Helmet came off and everything. And I just remember Kelly Jensen, who's now on Tampa Bay, came, right through his defense, and got in Kiko Alonso's face, and was about to start a fight. Like, that's what you do for your team.
No, but not even the offense. Offensive linemen always protect their quarterbacks.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Someone. I mean, Amari Cooper was just standing there like he was texting somebody.
But that's what you do. You, like you said, you stand up for your guy. And the fact that nobody did that says a lot, man.
It says a lot about the leadership of that team, which there isn't any. But, of course, the GM says that there are leaders on that team. So
Yeah.
I'm always gonna take his word for it.
It was so funny. It was so funny hearing him get upset, yo. Telling the radio host to shut up and all that stuff. Oh, that was great. That was great. We don't have a leadership problem. We have a bunch of leaders on the team. Whatever, dude.
Dude, if that happened to Dak, fight. If that happened to Romo, fight.
Yep.
Aikman, fight.
Right.
Staubach, fight. Yep. Danny White, fight. Okay. Anybody. Even though he's the backup. If RG3 gets blasted, those dudes will go after people. That's what you do. It's a rivalry game at that. Can you imagine if Stoney Case was taken out by a Steeler linebacker?
Stop it.
What happened?
Stoney Case.
What? Well, he's the second greatest Raven quarterback of all time.
Whatever.
Anyway, if Stoney Case was blasted by a linebacker from Pittsburgh, there would be a fight. Am I wrong?
Sure, yeah.
It would be a fight. Or back then it was Tennessee was like your main rival. It would have been a fight.
No, it was Pittsburgh and Tennessee, yeah.
Yeah, but most those rivalries with Tennessee when y'all in the same division. Really, those things were personal.
Yeah, they were no joke.
Yeah. And, your boys, Mr. 500 and your boy Bill, they did not get along at all. And I honestly, because I just told you, I miss those days. Those days were Tennessee and Baltimore. Look it up, people. That was a rivalry I actually like watching on. I don't care about this Pittsburgh stuff. But Tennessee, I don't just feel like that was so much. That was like they were just trying to hurt each other. Like I swear those two teams did not get along or like each other at all. But anyway. But yeah, there would be a fight, period. Any quarterback that gets hit late and cheap shotted like he got cheap shotted and knocked out of the game, there's a fight. So you're sticking up for your teammates. No one came over and laid a hand on Bostic. I was appalled. I was like, oh, there's going to be a fight after this. That's a late hit. Nothing. Man. Nothing. I know if I'm a quarterback, I'm waking up after getting hit like that. And I just know that none of my teammates came to help me out. It just shows you the culture and how that team is. Period.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Period. And they're horrible. Danucci's going to be starting today. So Don didn't pass protocol. And I forgot who they play today. Oh, they play tonight. That's right. They're a Sunday night game. So awesome. They play Philadelphia. Yeah, so happy they're on Sunday night.
Another one of my pet peeves.
So happy.
Yeah.
Gosh.
All right, man. Just another tidbit. Two other things we can mention. Beckham tore his ACL.
Oh yeah.
He's out for the year. And last week I picked the Atlanta Falcons to win, which they should have won if Todd Gurley just fell down.
He got pushed, kind of.
It's just he's in the huddle.
It's those ATL uniforms.
Oh, they suck. But he's in the huddle. Matt Ryan clearly says, "Don't score, don't score." He's like, "Okay, I'm not gonna score.
And he scores. But I mean, listen, he was expecting contact that didn't occur. His momentum carried him a little bit too far. He tried to drop, stop, open up shop, and the ball broke the plane. Oh, now, at least he could have switched to the other arm.
I just got in the end zone. Oh man,
Brian wants to cry. Brian wonders why.
What?
All of this is paid, but he know it's shame.
What? Oh man.
Oh.
Well, let's do our picks for this week, Kurt.
Well, how did we do last week? I forgot to.
Let's see.
I had 10 points. What did you have?
Let me go to my picks.
Good Lord, I got
9 points.
Okay, so
yeah, but it really should have been 10. Like I said, I have a method to my madness. Like I said, I purposely picked Dallas to win. And guess what? I'm doing it again today. So,
oh my gosh. All right. So let's go with these. New England at Buffalo.
No.
I thought we were starting off. Go ahead.
Yeah, you skipped one.
Oh,
Atlanta.
the Thursday night game.
Yeah, Thursday
So
night.
Thursday night was the Falcons, your Falcons,
Yep,
on the road against Carolina Panthers. You picked Atlanta.
I picked
I
Atlanta.
picked Carolina. I was going to pick Atlanta, but every time I pick Atlanta, they lose.
Oh, okay.
So I was just like, I'm done with them, especially that lead they blew against Dallas. Just imagine. I don't want to talk about it. All right, anyway, because it still gets me upset. So I was like, I'm going to go Carolina, and of course, Atlanta wins because I did pick them. And I think Teddy got knocked out, but came back in that game, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he got.
he
That was a you talk about a nasty hit, yo.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But he did make it back in that game. But Atlanta picked up their second win.
All right.
So New England, Cam and the Patriots going on the road against the division leading Buffalo Bills. Who you got?
I am picking the New England Patriots.
Okay, I'm picking New England. Buffalo could definitely just go and steamroll them because that defense isn't great. Cam, I don't even know if Cam was healthy to begin the season.
Yeah.
Then he picked up COVID, and I don't know if he's fully recovered. I don't know. He just doesn't look right.
Yeah.
But we'll see. But I'm picking New England as well.
Is Cam starting today?
I believe he is. Yes.
Okay.
I believe he is. Tennessee on the road, as we mentioned earlier, to Cincinnati. Cincinnati. Who you got?
I picked Tennessee, but I'm telling you something, man. I got a funny feeling Bengals gonna win this game. I should just pick them, but I'm gonna stick with Tennessee.
I'm picking Tennessee. Cincinnati is a really good 1-5-1 team. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
I love Joe Burrow. They don't have a whole bunch of defense on that team, but I think it's gonna be a really good game.
Yeah, but you know who else don't have any defense?
Tennessee.
Tennessee's defense is horrible.
Yeah.
So
all right, we got the Las Vegas Raiders on the road against the OBJ less Browns. Who you got?
I am taking the Las Vegas Raiders.
I am taking the Browns because obviously I don't like the Raiders, and even though I think they had a week off, right? They had a bye week. I don't think they played last week.
No,
I think they're going to come into this game fresh. I honestly feel like they can go in there and win that game. I'm just taking Cleveland.
Okay.
Indianapolis Colts on the road against your 3-3 Detroit Lions.
You know who I'm taking.
Well, obviously Detroit, because
No,
you love Matthew Stafford.
that team stinks.
By the way, just to match, just look at this matchup: Matthew Stafford against Phil Rivers. I just feel like they're so them. I don't know. It's almost like that Spider-Man gif where they're both pointing at each other and it's like, it's you. Oh, it's you. I feel like, hey, how many Super Bowls you got? No. How many Super Bowls you got? How many have you been to? No. How many have you been to? I just feel like they've just been the same dudes from different places. NC State and Georgia. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm picking Indianapolis as well in this one.
Awesome.
All right, we have Minnesota. And hopefully Dalvin Cook should be back for this game. On the road against Aaron Rodgers, Green Bay Packers. Who you got?
Come on, man.
I know you're a Kirk Cousins fan.
Nah, I'm going with Green Bay this game, man. I know it's a divisional game, but nah.
RELAX. Relax. Green Bay. It's Green Bay.
Yeah.
Because they're Green Bay and they have Aaron Rodgers. All right, what we got next? We have your New York Jets on the road against Chiefs. All right, so after that, we have...
In other words, Kansas City bye week.
Yeah, exactly. The game that we are all waiting for. I know you are. I know I am. I know a bunch of people are waiting for this game. It is the debut of Tua. Can he, like his brother Friday night, muster the magic of having this upset against the LA Rams at home? Who you got?
Well, first of all, I'm so glad you mentioned it. Let's talk about that because Friday night was Tua time, son.
That's what I was going to bring up, man. I mean, that's why I was like, yo, you're sitting there losing. The team just battles back, get into overtime, take the lead, and they miss the extra point, and you got a W that you didn't think you were going to get.
Yeah, man. Tualia Tagovailoa, baby. Yeah.
That dude had a good run too.
Yeah, man. Yo, he was running for touchdowns. Yeah. He threw 3 touchdowns. I mean, man. Oh my gosh, man.
That slant that he hit that dude on, man. I was like, what?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Like, look at this, man. I'm like, B might be actually watching some football games from the Terps this year.
Now, confession, I didn't even watch that game. I didn't even know they were on. Leslie saw something pop up on her phone and said Maryland won. I was like, Maryland, what are you talking about? She's like, yeah, they played the night they won. I was like, on a Friday? Yeah.
Oh my God.
I didn't even watch the game. But those highlights were awesome.
So just cannot. So I don't even want.
Who you got?
I'm so disgusted right now.
Dolphins or the Rams? So you got?
I got Rams.
Yeah, dude. Let me tell you something. I'm so nervous. I'm nervous, man. Aaron Donald, you know.
Cannot believe you didn't watch it. Didn't even know about it. It's against Minnesota. That game was against Minnesota. How you not know?
I know.
What's up now? Man, daylight savings time's got everybody up.
I know. Morning, Doc. How's it going?
Aren't you going biking this morning, Doc? Anyway, what were we saying?
Let's see. Who's next? Oh no, we both said the Rams.
Yes, the Rams. I'm still so flabbergasted by your lack of the force when it comes to Maryland football. All right, the New Orleans Saints on the road, 4-2 Saints on the road against the Chicago Bears, who are still 5-2 somehow.
Wait a minute, why are you skipping?
Oh, I did. You know why? I saw LA. This is what happened. In all honesty, I saw LA Rams and Miami Dolphins. Then I saw my eyes went to LA Chargers. And I already thought I did that game because I saw LA. So the next game underneath was New Orleans. All right. So we both picked the Rams. Let's pick the Ravens at home. Rivalry game. Undefeated Steelers coming off a win against Tennessee Titans, who are undefeated. I'll go with this one. I'm picking Pittsburgh. I think this game is going to be close. If Ravens had a bye week, though, I feel like they're going to be prepared. They're probably going to win, but I'm just picking Pittsburgh anyway. Who you got?
Yo, how do you want to come on this show and pick the Steelers, yo?
You pick Dallas all the time.
Yeah, and I'm picking Pittsburgh too. So
exactly.
Yeah, Ravens.
But it's going to be a good game.
Ravens aren't winning this game.
Here we go. No. All
right. Let's see who's next. The Chargers.
The Chargers. Chargers, Broncos. The other LA team against the Broncos.
I have the Broncos winning this game.
Good. I have the Chargers. Thank goodness. We actually have a difference in opinion on something. So I have Chargers and Herbert. I don't know if Locke is playing in that game, but against the Broncos. All right, so we got the Saints on the road against the Bears.
Oh, that changes things. Wait, Locke's not playing?
Oh, I don't know. I know he's been banged up, right?
Did he play last week?
Did he? Did they win?
He played when they beat the Patriots, right?
I think everybody's beating the Patriots right now. Right, I don't know. I think he's healthy.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. G-Lock is playing. Yeah.
All right.
I'm sorry. I got the Chargers. Go ahead. Saints, Bears.
Okay. I am picking the upset today. I think the Bears are going to win.
Oh, okay. I'm picking the Saints, and one day Michael Thomas will actually play for this team. I don't know when it's going to be, but I think the Bears are probably going to win this game somehow. Maybe it's defense, but New Orleans is the better team. But it's tough playing at Soldier Field. But I'm picking the Saints, so at least we have another difference. A really good physical. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, first of all, Drew Brees isn't the same dude when you get him outside, and him going to Soldier Field in the cold today. Nah, man, I'm picking the Bears.
Oh, you checked the temperature?
Huh?
You checked the temperature?
No, I didn't check the temperature, but I mean, I'm assuming it's going to be cold. Shoot,
it's cold. You told him to Al Roker.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me see what the temperature is today.
Hey Google, what's the temperature in Chicago today? Oh yeah, it's cold. She said
35
she
degrees.
said a high at 38.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, New Orleans is done. They're done. I'm not changing my pick though because that wouldn't be fair. But still, that New Orleans is done. 38. That's like when Tampa Bay could never win a cold game.
No.
So remember they were in the same division as like Minnesota and Chicago and Green Bay, and every time it went below 32 degrees, they lost every one of those games.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's probably going to happen here. All right, a game which should be flexed to Sunday night.
Ugh.
We have the San Francisco 49ers against the Seattle Seahawks, which is going to be a pretty good game. Who you got?
I am taking the Seahawks this game.
Okay, I'm taking the Seahawks in the Richard Sherman Bowl. I just think they have a better team, definitely offensively, than the 49ers do. I think the 49ers have a better defense, but I think the difference is going to be the quarterbacks. And I know which one has a better one. So, Seahawks.
Okay.
The Sunday night football game. We have your Dallas Cowboys on the road against the division-leading 2-4-1 Philadelphia Fighting Eagles. Who you got?
I told you, man, I'm picking the Cowboys, but that's only because of superstition. That's it. The Cowboys aren't winning this game, but hopefully they can continue their losing streak.
Well, I hope both of these teams tie again. But Philadelphia is playing at home. They're a better team, as we all know, which probably means somehow they'll mess it up. But I'm picking the Eagles.
Of course.
And, of course, a great Monday night football game. We have your Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the New York Giants, 1-6 Giants. Who you got?
Come on, man. Tampa Bay.
Giants, right? No, Tampa Bay. Okay. Tampa Bay, and of course I picked Tampa Bay. Now, since I remembered, Thursday game coming up this week. It's a good one. Green Bay at San Francisco.
Green Bay.
I'm picking Green Bay. This isn't the playoffs.
This is an NFC NFC Championship rematch game.
This isn't the playoffs. This is a different 49ers team. This is a different A-Raj. Okay. I'm picking the Packers. And that would be actually a good Thursday night game, so I can't wait to watch.
Yeah.
All right, so cool. All right, we got 5 on it. Is 5 on? Is that 5 on it coming up soon, Brian?
Yeah, man.
I got 5 on it. And I'm going to go see. I got 5 on it. Top and bottom, who is going to be?
All right. Well, do you want to start with? Oh, okay.
Dude, I'll start. Bottom 5. Let's be positive. We'll end with the top 5. Bottom 5, of course, the perennial kings of the bottom 5, meaning they are the best worst team, or the worst team, would be the New York Jets. Who else?
Jets, Jets.
Yes, the only defeated team in football, the Jets,
All
who, of course, will have fun on the road at Kansas City.
Oof.
Number 2, the New York Football Giants. Why not? Let's just keep New Jersey together. Keep New Jersey together. The number 3 team, of course, I got to put here because they showed no fight, no life, no internal fortitude, nothing. It's going to be the Dallas Cowboys, the number 3 team on my list this week. Number 4, Minnesota. There's no way this team should be this bad.
No.
There's no way. They need to correct it, and they need to correct it now. And they have it. So that's it. What? Oh, my God. Where does this dude come from? At any rate, that's what I'm picking. That's what I'm picking. That's my number 4. My number 5, Houston. They're 1-6. It's 1-6. How could that happen? Why is Houston? I know they had Bill O'Brien and everything. How could that happen? Seriously. So who you got for your top 5?
All right. So for my top 5, I'll make this real simple. for their first appearance in the top 5, we had the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
is number 5. Number 3.
Well, obviously somebody likes Tom Brady on your top 5, but yeah, who else you got?
Let's see. We had the Seattle Seahawks on number 14. My number 3, as it stands, I'm going to keep them in the top 5, the Baltimore Ravens. Number 2, KC Chiefs. And number 1, I hate to say it, it will be the Pittsburgh. I mean, it is the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Right. Who's your number 14?
Seattle.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. Has Green Bay been in your top 5 this year?
Yeah, I bumped them out.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay,
Yeah.
I had a feeling they were there.
Yeah, they were there, but I bumped them out for Tampa.
Okay. All right. I mean, I wouldn't have done that, but I mean, it's your top 5. So, which we do every week here. So, you ready to do the icons?
Yeah. So talk a little bit about this. What we're going
So we decided to take every football team and discuss who we believe is the most iconic player on each franchise. We're starting with the NFC West because they're the best division in football right now. Every team's over 500. They have 3 teams that have 5 wins. Their 4th place team has 4 wins, which is still better than the whole NFC East. So, who only has 7 wins combined. So let's start off with what team you want to start with?
All right, we're going to start off with the Cardinals.
Okay. I think there's one player that fits this bill and one current player that I think could in the future fit this bill as well. But for me, if it's going to be the most iconic person, he has a statue outside of the stadium. And that would be the great Pat Tillman.
Pat Tillman.
Not only that, he went to Arizona State. He, of course, what he sacrificed to do for his country is unparalleled.
Yeah.
So, if you want to talk about icon for the Cardinals, it has to be Pat Tillman.
Yeah, Pat Tillman. I can't imagine. I mean, what that guy did, man. Nobody does that. Nobody does that. He pretty much set aside because he was about to be signed to a new contract. You know, of course, after 9/11 happened, he enrolled in the military. I forgot what unit he was in. But unfortunately, passed because of friendly fire. But I mean, this dude sacrificed everything. I mean, this dude gave up everything to fight for his country, man. And I, like you say, you automatically go into icon status when you do that, man. Yeah. He has a statue of him, deservedly so, and he's gonna be an inspiration to people for years.
Forever. Yeah, forever.
Yep.
Yeah. If it had to be a player who's on the team and whose legacy is a Cardinal, it gotta be Larry Fitzgerald.
Exactly. We were along the same thinking.
Yeah, but Pat Tillman first and foremost. Period.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, let's go to your LA Rams.
All right. Well, this is kind of hard because
this was the hardest one for me.
It wasn't for me, but there are a lot of iconic Rams. But at the end of the day, I had to go with Marshall. I mean, Marshall, dude, when he was on the Rams, he was everything. That dude was so good. I think people forget just how good Marshall Faulk was, man. He was the every running back. He could run, he could catch, block. I mean, he did it all, man. And he was just so good. I know you have, Eric Dickerson. You have Jack Youngblood. I mean,
Jack Youngblood, who played the Super Bowl on a broken freaking leg.
No, man.
A broken freaking leg.
And he had a very long tenure with the LA Rams.
He had Merlin Olsen.
Yeah.
You have Deacon Jones.
Dick Night Train Lane.
I mean, come on. I mean, these dudes were iconic.
So who'd you go with?
I mean, obviously, I got one with Kurt. No, it's Marshall Faulk.
Oh, okay. I didn't think you were gonna go with Marshall. Okay.
Yeah, no. It was to me personally, it was in between him and Deacon Jones. Or Jack Youngblood.
Yeah, I thought it was between him and Jack Youngblood.
Problem for me is, everybody kind of knows Marshall Faulk, and everybody knows Deacon Jones. People won't know maybe in football lore people know who Jack Youngblood is. But Deacon Jones with that head slap and how he would talk about it is, and those old Rams uniforms. You know, I love those old school Ram uniforms that he used to be in. But you know, Marshall basically holds every Rams rushing record, almost catching record. I mean, the dude, you know, like you said, he could play wide receiver. You said he blocked, he ran out the backfield. He was an all-world running back. So yeah. So we'll definitely see. So that's our both Rams. So for the Rams, we got Marshall. Let's go to the 49ers. Who you got for the 49ers?
All right. Well, it's either two choices here. It's either Joe Montana or Jerry Rice.
That's it.
But which one is more iconic? I chose Jerry Rice. I chose Jerry Rice only because there's no dispute that he is the best wide receiver. You know, maybe that shouldn't be the criteria. I mean, we're talking about the most iconic.
Yeah.
I mean,
I get what they rated him the number one football player of all time. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, literally, Jerry Rice, number one, all time football player.
Yeah, but now I'm thinking about it. Who is more iconic? I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's so tough. Who did you pick?
I picked Joe Montana.
Okay, yeah.
I picked Joe Montana because before Jerry was there, I saw Joe Montana passing to Dwight Clark in the back of the end zone. And even though Jerry still went on to have great seasons with Steve Young, when Jerry left San Francisco, and I remember, for some reason, I remember Jerry. I mean, I see number 80 going down the field all the time, and number 82, Taylor as well. But Joe at number 16 for that team is just, he's Joe freaking Montana. I don't know what it is, but when I think of a 49ers person, my first thought is Joe Montana. Like, he was the 49ers to me.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to say Joe Montana.
All right. Well, next we have Seattle, and to me, this was the easiest one.
Well, we're probably definitely, this is the one we're probably going to disagree on the most. But who you got?
Does Jerry Rice have 5 rings with the 49ers?
No. Does he?
He has
all. They didn't win. They didn't win that many, did they?
Yeah. He doesn't have 5 rings because they won a couple before Jerry Rice got there.
Oh. I was like, what? Does Jerry Rice have 5 rings? Well, who has 5 rings with the 49ers?
That would be Joe Montana.
Does he have 5?
Yeah.
God, I thought we only had 4. But either way, my pick was Joe Montana.
No, Joe was 5-0. All right, okay. Or 4-0. I forget. No, I forget.
Either way, it's Joe Montana.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, he's Joe damn Montana. Joe damn Montana should be his name. Joe damn Montana. Now, I do remember when he got hit in the back by Pepper Johnson when the Giants went to the Super Bowl that year and he was blindsided and the ball popped out of his hand. Because, you know, I didn't want the Giants winning anything.
Right.
But man, he got tore up. And I still remember that hit.
Okay, so he's 4-0. Yeah, so
okay.
It's not 5.
But still, Joe's but yeah, when he got hit blindsided, no, I don't want to talk. All right, go ahead, Seattle. So Seattle's the last team in that NFC West. Who you got?
I mean, there's only one answer to this. He's playing right now. He's never gotten an MVP vote, but Russell Wilson is the most iconic Seattle Seahawk. I don't want to hear anything about Steve Largent. No, it's Russell Wilson.
Oh, okay. Well, my pick is Walter Jones.
Come on.
Where we go?
Come on, man.
What?
I understand that he's a Hall of Famer. He's an offensive lineman, man. He's not the most. He's not the most iconic Seahawk.
Well, to me, he's the most iconic Seahawk.
Okay. All right.
Yes, I mean, of course, he attended the great Florida State University. He started all 180 games that he played in his 12 seasons. He gave up in those 12 seasons 23 sacks. He was called for holding. Guess how many times?
I heard
9.
Okay.
9 times.
Walter
9 times.
Most iconic Seattle Seahawk. Yo.
9-time first all-team Pro Bowler. And do you know what April 30th is?
What hurt?
It's Walter Jones Day. Until Mr. Sierra gets a day named after him, it's Walter Jones.
All right. Okay, if you say so.
4:30 is Walter Jones Day in Seattle.
All right.
Till he gets a day, Russell Wilson will not be here.
All right, Legion of Boom. Russell can't even get to the NFC champion. Russell Wilson went to back-to-back Super Bowls.
Well, because the boom was there, right?
Yeah, Legion of Boom. But guess who? Yeah, Legion of Boom is gone. Russell Wilson's the quarterback. He's the face of that franchise. Back-to-back Super Bowls. If they just run Marshall Faulk at the goal, Marshall Faulk, Beast Mode at the goal line, he would have Super Bowls.
Yeah, but revisionist history.
But if you could, the thing is, if you could pick one player out of that franchise, to me, is Russell Wilson. And I know he's still playing, and I know his recency bias. And Walter Jones was great. He's a Hall of Famer, but it's Russell Wilson.
Okay. Right. I mean, yeah, that's why we're having this discussion.
All right.
And we agreed on mostly everything. So there you go.
Now, real quick, we're going to do something a little fun. Tuesday is an important day. It's election day. So we want everybody to go out and vote on election day. But what we're going to do is we're going to take 4 major sports. We're going to take baseball, football, basketball, and college football. And Hurt, I want you to come up with your presidential and vice presidential candidates to represent those 4 sports.
And we're just doing players.
Yeah, just players, no coaches.
And former players, like out of like all time, or
no, this is active.
Oh, active. Okay.
Yeah, these are active players.
So if it's active, I'm taking out college football. There's no need to have college football in there.
Well, no, I have my ticket.
Oh, do you, for like current players?
Yeah. Okay. And this is just something fun. I mean, this is you know. So what sport you want to start with?
Well, you got to start with baseball, right?
All right. Well, this is really easy. I know who I'm having on my ticket. So on Tuesday, to represent the MLB, I am voting for the Betts Trout ticket. That's right. That's right.
The Mookie Mike ticket.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, first of all, no one's voting for Trout. They don't even know what he looks like.
Well, he does. Wait a minute, he has 3 MVPs. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If anything, people probably think he should be the presidential candidate. But you know what? He's just not. He's not
too plain. He's way too plain. He needs
nobody outside the state knows who he is. Where you have Mookie, he has cross country appeal. He has championships on both coasts. You know what I mean? So I want there to be a Betts Trout ticket. Who's your ticket for baseball?
All right. I'm gonna go with Justin Verlander.
Okay.
Who's definitely he's out there. He's very outspoken type of dude, and I'm gonna go with Turner. Because I mean, he just when you need somebody who go out there who just doesn't care, that's Justin Turner.
Okay.
So he's been in the news. He's loved by some, maybe despised by others, but he's just going to be himself, and that's what we need.
Okay.
So Justin Turner and Justin Verlander. It's just.
It's the just
ticket.
The just ticket.
It's the just ticket. All right. Let's go to NFL.
All right, NFL.
Who you got for the NFL?
Hey, this is real simple. Like I said, this is pretty boring, but I want the Mahomes Wilson ticket. Why not? The guy's already the face of the NFL. Let's make him the face of the country as well. We're gonna throw Russell Wilson on there. We just talked about him. We're gonna throw him in as a vice presidential candidate. He's Mr. He always has the right things to say. He's really good at talking to the media. He's very polished. You know what I mean? So we want the Mahomes Wilson ticket.
All right. Well, quarterbacks are good, but you had the wrong one. Of course, the ticket has to be led by Aaron freaking Rodgers. Are you kidding me?
Oh man.
RELAX. Relax. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers it don't even matter who the vice president is. I don't even care. But I will add one anyway. And it's going to be Phillip Rivers. Why is it going to be Phillip Rivers? Because he knows about your kids. Okay. Phillip Rivers, who has like 25 kids or something.
Right.
Will know how to take care and put your kids into the future. So yeah, well, it's current players.
Brown is a current player.
Yeah, but I mean Ray Rice isn't.
The brown rice ticket ain't happening.
Brown rice. Funny. um,
Oh, that was good. I like that.
Good Lord. But yeah, it's got to be A-Rod's. Period. It's the A-Ron ticket, man.
Hey, coronavirus cases rising. RELAX.
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 It's got to be A-Rod's. All right. So football, baseball, basketball. No, but are we doing three major sports? Are we doing college? Let's do college football. College football.
All right, college football. I don't know. I just went with the Lawrence Fields ticket. You know, why not?
Yeah, Trevor has to be sunshine, as I call it. Definitely has to be everybody's collegiate candidate. And, Fields was very outspoken and one of the leaders of the Big Ten and getting the Big Ten back to playing football. So that is perfect. So I actually agree with that ticket.
Okay.
So, and let's go to the NBA. You start off. I know what mine's going to be. Who's yours going to be?
Well, you know what? He just won a championship. You know, he's very outspoken when it comes to matters of social justice.
Rajon Rondo.
No, we're gonna go with the LeBron.
J.R. Smith.
No,
he will have the first shirtless ticket.
Now this will be a very polarizing. I mean, he would be a very polarizing candidate. But yeah, we're gonna go with the LeBron Curry ticket.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you got one part right. Of course, LeBron has to be.
We can't do the LeBron Durant ticket because Durant is too temperamental. You know what I mean? He's just...
well, I'm going with that because I'm going with the tip because no one could spy on other people better than KD. We will have so many dummy programs out there. People won't know what's going on. He'll keep an eye on everything for us. KD will have so many phantom accounts. And I would feel protected because he's always everywhere. The eyes are everywhere. And then he'll have Kyrie as his advisor. So that'd be great for like global warming and for a flat earth.
Hey. All right.
But yeah, man, that was fun.
So, that was cool. That was cool, man. But man. So
next week we'll have a more exclusive college football report. Since Michigan State upset Michigan and Oklahoma State lost, which kills their chance of being in the playoff, which we may have at the end of the season. So, but next week definitely have a little bit more for you because it's only going to be football season soon, right?
Yeah, it was weird. I think we actually had a day with no sports. I think it was Wednesday this week, right?
I could have it like a couple of days of everything.
Yeah.
So, but thank you everybody for tuning in. Of course, we're here on YouTube. Hit like, subscribe, NYMD Podcast, powered by StreamYard. And of course, you can follow us on all social media, on Facebook, on IG, and the Twitter at NYMD Podcast. And of course, we're on Google, Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, everywhere you find podcasts, you will find NYMD Podcast. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Hope you have a happy Halloween, and we'll see you next week. And go vote.
Yes. Peace, everybody, and make sure to vote.